first of all, I'd echo all that Michael said in terms of some very good practical advice there. One thing I'd pick up, before I forget, it's kind of out of sequence in my remarks, but social media, don't underestimate how much businesses and public sector employees will value your facility in social media. A lot of leaders are struggling with how to make that effective. It's so obviously going to be effective, but there is a generation divide in the facility with the technology. I actually shouldn't call it technology, with the media. The facility, the ease, the way it's just part of the fabric of life. Folks who are leaders, 15 plus years, more tenure in an institution, they will not have that facility, and they're looking for that in the people that they hire. So, how you feature that, it's not just a matter of using Twitter, it's your insights on what it could be. For example, we've just done some work with the retail industry, like a point of view we published from IBM, talking about the need that consumers have to connect through social media and be part of shaping the buying experience. Found out that consumers really want to do that. Not just in the sense of I want to be able to do comparative pricing, comparative reviews, but a much deeper kind of connection with brands that they respect. So that's a very interesting insight. Now, how do you take that and apply that? People are stumped who are traditional IT leaders. They have no idea what to do. So you have value just in that facility with that, because something very significant has happened over the last 5 years. I would say that the IT leaders that I work with kind of struggled, but they kind of got the internet eventually. Whereas, okay, it's kind of a new UI, user interface, there's some new technologies, we need some different programming skills, but they kind of adapted to that, and they talk about it's a new chat. Instead of doing a desktop program, I'm doing a web program. It's web programming, It's thought of it that way. Social media, the use of the internet, how it's evolved, it's turning IT inside out. It really is, in a more fundamental way. Just that first kind of view of how do we take the systems we have and put a veneer on them so you can do your banking online, or you can shop online. That's kind of done. This more interesting phenomenon about how individuals can mash up their own systems. It's absolutely fascinating. It's very threatening to the ivory towers in IT. So the more insight you can bring to that, the better. The other thing, just diving right in terms of what I see in the industry. When I'm working with clients, I'm usually working for the IT departments. I'm pretty much a techie by background. I started off as a physicist, as Wendy mentioned, and at that time they were desperate for people who could program anything, so I learned a couple of languages programming, and so I adapted and moved into the industry. I've always found it good to move out of my comfort zone. So the last 6 or 7 years I've worked in the business consulting side, looking at how you bring analytic thinking, structured thinking, systems thinking to business problems. Working with folks who have great insight in how you understand the system, whether it's a transportation system, for example, whether it's a water management system, some of our new Smarter Planet work that we're doing, really looking at these kind of systems. First of all, as real systems in the world, and then about how you use IT to enable them. Another example about how IT is getting turned inside out, versus we would say, traditionally in IT, you'd say, what are the requirements? And I'll build an IT system that will meet those requirements. Now you really are using IT to enable this view of a real world system. Another way of looking at that is a lot of IT's heritage was very back office. I don't want to go too far back on that, just like so much of it outsourced, but automating payroll, automating the financial ledger for everyone. The traditional back office things, hugely powerful, very great revolution, but let's be honest, it's 50 years ago since that started. Having IT more in the fabric of society and enabling systems like water management, like transportation, like smart buildings, it's a very different view of IT. So what's the connection that I see with this faculty and your discipline? Here's a funny thing. It's called information technology. There is such a lack of insight on information among IT professionals. So when I'm working with the architecture departments in many corporations, they're very strong at the programming. They're very strong on choosing the technologies, middleware, and which Unix system is going to be the best. You know, we love that stuff because that's the comfort zone, right? You take the enterprise architects and you ask them to start thinking about the business model and do something called business architecture, or think about the information model. These are much harder skills for people who run it more typically on a core technical path. So I think that, the very simple view is just the revolution of data has become moved from just structured data. So structured data in, first of all, hierarchical databases and then in relational databases, moved to a lot of unstructured content, and the phenomenon that all consumers are now familiar with search engines such as Google and others. That's a major change. And IT really came up with the idea of information models based on very structured data. And clearly these models are not, that distinct. So you see different firms like the OpenText, obviously in Ontario, who are all over that area. Huge opportunity in terms of how do you think about the information? Which system is the primary system for that information? What are the related pieces of information in the organization? Modeling that information, thinking about that information in the context of the business model. I would see the kind of training that you've had in this faculty, to the extent I understand it, would be very helpful to an organization in that area, if you choose an IT area. In IBM, we kind of have thought about this and said, what are we looking for when we're recruiting? And our history in recruiting, actually I found out UT is the top place to recruit from. That's a surprise to me.
Of course.